Alright guys, we are walking to the stand. It's November 1st. It's like 92 degrees outside, which sucks. So, but should be rutting this time of the year, so hopefully we can get some action today. And hopefully Mike can fold something with the old muzzle loader. We shall see. It's hot. It's really hot. Oh boy. This is what we want. 5:49 p.m. How miserable are these nets? Very miserable. At least they're not biting. That's my only silver lining. Also, the fact that I haven't had a daylight trail cam picture in days is adding to the excitement. Is that your new bed? It moves by like something. Thank you. All right. It is 2:30 in the afternoon, November the 6th, and we are heading out to my deer lease. This year has just been incredibly frustrating. I mean, just tough. I mean, I've been bouncing back between my hunting lease, the property that Wade hunts to film him. I've actually been dedicating more time to filming Wade this year because he's had some big bucks showing up on his little 40 acres that he's got. You've seen some of those videos, hopefully. He actually just killed the buck we call Lucky. Beautiful 9-point, just incredible. We hunted that deer. I don't even know how many times we hunted him, but a lot. I have not had hardly any bucks showing up on my property or my deer lease, and it's just been tough. I mean, nothing's showing up at our feed sites. You know, we feed protein, we feed corn, we feed citrus pellets, and the acorn crop in the state of Florida this year has just been gigantic. So we have a lot of oak scrub on our property, which typically is good, but they are just staying in the oaks. They're not moving. They're really not coming to the feed that we're putting out because they've got so many acorns that they don't need to. They basically just bed down in the oak scrub, stand up, eat till their heart's content, and then bed back down again. But, long story short, there's 3 shooters I've got on this property that I've been hunting. One we call Skyscraper, one we call Grandson, and the other one we call the Big 7. The Big 7 has started showing up in daylight pretty consistently. He's a very, very good Florida buck. He's mature. I've watched him for a couple of years. He's gotten slightly bigger every year, but he hasn't really blown up. He's just gone from the exact same 7-point, slightly bigger year after year. He maybe would get a little bit bigger if I let him go till next year, but he's mature. I know some other guys have him on their hit list, so he's definitely on the chopping block. You know, I'm not going to let him walk this year. He's a good buck. And I think I've got a spot he's showing up at during the day. It's a spot we call Trump Tower. It's a really big, really tall, really luxurious millennium tree stand. And it's located right on the edge of about 80 to 100 acre pine palmetto flat and a cypress head. So basically it's a pine palmetto flat that's got cypress head on its border, and so there's a topography change from the swamp to the flat, and these deer will bed out in the flat, and then they'll walk the roads and they'll go into the swamp. But it's a really good spot because it's kind of right in the center of the property, and deer pass through it all the time, just chasing does or whatever. It's one of those spots where you could literally see any of the deer we have on the property, even if you've never gotten any pictures of them. You never know what buck's going to walk through this area, especially if the rut does start to come on. So that's the plan. We're going after the big 7 tonight, or any other big buck that shows up, and hopefully we put them down. I've got the muzzle loader with me, and we're going to see what happens. So heading out again. It's been really slow lately. This is like my 4th hunt in a row where I haven't even seen a deer. I'm here getting changed in camp, and we're actually going to mix it up today. We're going to go back to a stand that I call Big Cypress. It's in the middle of a swamp. You really can't see very far, so I left the muzzleloader at home, and I actually brought the 30-30, which is iron sights. You really only have like a 30-yard shot max in here, but it's a good crossing area. There's a lot of trails that go through here. We've had a couple trail cam pictures of the buck rafter, so see what happens. It's kind of a rainy afternoon, a little bit of a cold front coming through. Hopefully they're on their feet. Here we are. It's a good thing I've been back here a million times, otherwise no one would ever find this place. Let's get hunkered in. Yes. I just shot the big 7. I think the shot was good. I mean, he jumped, he lurched. I don't think I heard a crash, but I also didn't hear him run for very far either. He looks like a pretty good buck, man. For Florida, he's a solid, good 7-point. Mature deer, older deer, which is the most important thing. My heart's pounding. Super stormy out, overcast, windy. We're back here in the swamp. We mixed it up this morning. I've been hunting the same stand for the last 3-4 hunts because he was showing up there. We finally got a couple pictures of him back here in this swamp. And I said, let's mix it up and let's get in tight with the old 30-30. This is the year of the 30-30 for Wade and I. He killed Big Lucky with a 30-30. And I hopefully just killed this big buck with a 30-30. So let's see if we can find him. He's not going to pick up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice
Wade.
message system. 40761.
Oh, here he is. Yo.
What's up?
Well, Big Mike is on the board. I just shot the big 7.
Oh, did you? That's awesome.
Yeah, I went back into Big Cypress. I don't think you've ever been in this been to this stand before. It's that one that's on the other side of the flat from Trump Tower that I've kind of talked about. And I had one daytime picture of him right after the storm came through, and I was like, you know what? I've been hunting Trump Tower too much. Let's just go back in the swamp. It's kind of overcast today, and the weather was starting to get nice. I was like, let's just go sit back in that swamp with the 30-30. And about 5 minutes ago, he just walked right in and gave me about a 20-yard shot. I mean, I didn't see him fall, but I can only see for 30 yards here. I mean, I'm back in a thick swamp. He made it out of sight, you know, but I only saw him run for 35 yards. Then I could hear him crashing. Then the crashing stopped pretty quick. So I don't think he ran very far, but I haven't actually put my hands on him yet.
That's awesome.
All right, guys, so I just shot that buck maybe 20 minutes ago. I'm going over to where I hit him. I'm gonna start looking for blood, and then I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second so I can find blood, and then once I find the trail, I'll get back with y'all. Good sign. All right, guys, got her done with a really nice Florida 7-pointer. You know, in Florida, they don't get much better than this. I mean, they do, but this is, I mean, for Central Florida, back in the thick swamp, this is a really, really nice buck. Big body, mature deer, gray face. You know, just a great deer. I mean, I'm excited. I can't wait to get him packed out. It's been a tough season. Wade's been killing big bucks, or killed one big buck, but seen many other big bucks. I got a couple other bucks on this property I'd like to kill, but we're already getting into duck season. So I was getting a little desperate, but this has been a buck on our hit list. We call him the Big 7. Not very original, but been hunting them pretty hard the last couple weeks, and finally was able to put him on the ground. Really excited. As you can see, we are back in a thick swamp. You know, when Wade kills his bucks, it's in a horse pasture where he can drive his truck right up to it. This is gonna be tough. I'm just kidding. Wade's got a great piece of property. Big bucks. I spent a lot of time out there this year filming him because he was having more bucks show up on camera, but I'm out here by myself today, so I got a long job ahead of me. But we're gonna get him back.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. See you guys on the next time.